This week's episode of SmackDown has become one of the most hotly anticipated as WWE fans wait to see what the reaction will be to Paul Heyman's brutal assault. Solo Sikoa and his new bloodline have crossed the line, and there has been speculation that there could be several stars who could now step up to stop them. Ahead of the final stop on the road to Money in the Bank, here are just 4 potential swerves that can happen on WWE SmackDown. Number 4. Jimmy Uso returns. Jimmy Uso was the first person to be assaulted by the new bloodline, and he has been on the sidelines since April. It was reported that Uso was struggling with an injury at that time, but he could be ready to make his return to avenge Paul Heyman. With the new bloodline having one extra man, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens are at a slight disadvantage. However, if Jimmy Uso returned and looked to exact some revenge on his family, then he could be added to the match at Money in the Bank. 3. Former WWE Champion Brock Lesnar returns. There are very few men who are closer to Paul Heyman than Brock Lesnar, and the Beast wouldn't have taken kindly to being forced to sit at home and watch him being assaulted. Ahead of Money in the Bank, Brock Lesnar could make his return to WWE and send a clear message to the new bloodline. Lesnar has taken on the heel faction several times in the past, but hasn't interacted with them since Solo Sikoa proclaimed himself as the new tribal chief, so he could be forced to overcome the Beast. 2. Paul Heyman gets a new character. Paul Heyman is expected to be absent for some time, but that wouldn't stop him from sending someone like Brock Lesnar to exact some revenge on his behalf. Heyman was seen as a heel when he was aligned with Solo Sikoa and his bloodline, but now that he's been kicked out, he is expected to be a face. Heyman hasn't been seen as a face for decades, but it would be interesting to see if he can adjust to becoming a face in time for Roman Reigns' WWE return. 1. Roman Reigns returns with a new ally. Roman Reigns has issues with a number of WWE superstars, including Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. However, if he were to return to avenge Paul Heyman and take on the new bloodline, then he may need to align with those men. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes could put their issues aside to take down the new bloodline and allow Reigns to take his place back at the head of the table. Could Roman Reigns be added to the tag team match at Money in the Bank? Prologue. The bloodline, led by the indomitable Roman Reigns, has dominated WWE SmackDown for months. With Paul Heyman as his special counsel, Reigns has been unstoppable. However, the landscape of WWE is ever-changing, and new alliances and betrayals are always around the corner. This week's SmackDown promises to be unforgettable, with the return of Paul Heyman under a new guise and the introduction of a new ally for Roman Reigns. Here are 4 potential swerves that could shake the bloodline to its core. Swerve 1. Paul Heyman returns with a new character. The SmackDown arena buzzes with anticipation. Rumors have circulated for weeks about Paul Heyman's return, but no one expected what was about to unfold. The lights dim, and the ominous theme music of the Bloodline echoes through the arena. Roman Reigns stands in the ring, awaiting his special counsel. Suddenly, the Titantron lights up with a new, eerie vignette. A shadowy figure emerges, cloaked in darkness, with only piercing eyes visible. The figure steps into the light, revealing Paul Heyman, but not as we remember him. Gone is the suited, smooth-talking advocate. Instead, Heyman is dressed in a more intimidating, cult leader-esque attire, complete with a long, dark robe and a sinister smile. Heyman takes the microphone, his voice dripping with malevolence. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is not just Paul Heyman. I am now known as the Oracle of the Bloodline. I have transcended my role as a mere counselor. I am the harbinger of Roman Reigns' reign of terror. The crowd is stunned. This new character of Heyman adds an entirely different dimension to the bloodline. The Oracle's presence signifies a darker, more ruthless phase for Roman Reigns and his dominion over SmackDown. Swerve 2. The betrayal of Jey Uso. As the Oracle speaks, the tension within the bloodline becomes palpable. Jey Uso, who has always been loyal to Reigns, stands with a conflicted expression. The transformation of Heyman and the increasing ruthlessness of Reigns have weighed heavily on him. Jey steps forward, grabbing a microphone. Roman, we've been through everything together. But this isn't us, Jey says, his voice trembling. This isn't family. Reigns, with a cold stare, approaches Jay. You either fall in line or you fall, he says. The crowd gasps as Jay, instead of submitting, superkicks Reigns out of nowhere. The arena erupts in chaos. Jimmy USO, torn between his brother and his cousin, hesitates but ultimately sides with Jay, attacking Roman. The bloodline is in disarray, with the Usos seemingly breaking away from Reigns' iron grip. Swerve 3, a new ally for Roman Reigns. As the chaos ensues, the Oracle stands back, a twisted grin on his face. Suddenly, the arena goes dark, and a new entrance theme blares through the speakers. The crowd is on their feet, trying to identify the new arrival. The lights come back on, revealing a towering figure standing beside Reigns. It's Bronson Reed, the imposing powerhouse from NXT. Reed, now aligned with Reigns, grabs Jay and Jimmy and decimates them with powerful slams and crushing blows. The Usos are left lying in the ring as Reigns and Reed stand tall, with the Oracle orchestrating the madness. Reigns takes the microphone. You thought you could betray me? You thought you could take down the bloodline? This is just the beginning. With the Oracle and my new ally, Bronson Reed, the bloodline is stronger than ever. Swerve 4, the return of an unexpected rival. As Reigns revels in his dominance, the familiar sound of a legendary theme song hits. The crowd loses their minds as John Cena makes his triumphant return. Cena, a sworn enemy of Reigns, stands at the entrance ramp, staring down the bloodline. Cena grabs a microphone. Roman, you think you're untouchable? You think you can run roughshod over everyone? Well, I'm here to tell you, your time is up. My time is now. Cena charges to the ring, and a brawl ensues. The Usos, battered but not beaten, join Cena in fighting off Reigns, Reed, and the Oracle. The SmackDown locker room empties as superstars flood the ring, escalating the chaos. Amidst the pandemonium, Cena and Reigns lock eyes, the intensity between them palpable. This return marks a new chapter in their storied rivalry and sets the stage for an epic confrontation at the next pay-per-view. Epilogue SmackDown ends with an arena in uproar. The Bloodline, once a symbol of unchallenged dominance, now faces internal strife and new external threats. The Oracle's dark influence, the betrayal of JUSO, the arrival of Bronson Reed, and the return of John Cena have set the stage for an unpredictable and thrilling saga. As the WWE Universe eagerly anticipates the next installment, one thing is clear: the Bloodline will never be the same again. The question remains, who will emerge victorious in this battle for supremacy, and what other surprises lie ahead on the road to glory? The end.